Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Bar and Grill and the Blind Tiger Bar. Yeah, rub it on your lips. Yeah. Then leave it in your mouth for... Then put it on your tongue for about 20-30 seconds. Okay, you get the cameras there now. And
then bend over.
No. No, hold on now. We'll have to run that again now so we can...
Just in case I was wondering there what the buttereds were at the start. Brendan is doing a chocolate challenge with us, right?
See, can I get this straight now? And Brendan, I'm going to run this through again, okay?
Yeah.
So he's given us 2 little bits of chocolate.
How did you get 2?
Because I the size of me.
Oh, it's because of the size. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Sorry. Just make sure.
So what Brendan has asked us to do is to kick it off 145.
145.
Yep. With the chocolate challenge, and Brendan has asked that we first of all take each piece of chocolate.
Yeah.
Little piece.
Should we do it now?
Yeah, let's do it now. Okay. So we're going to rub it.
Okay, rub it out.
So you have to rub the piece of chocolate.
Okay, rub it.
You have to clear your mind, you said. So I'm rubbing the piece of chocolate.
My mind's going 100 miles an hour.
Is it?
I can't clear my mind. Hang on to clear my mind. Hang on now.
Clear your mind. And then, if everybody would like to join us in this as well, get a piece of chocolate.
Grab a piece of chocolate. Press pause. Grab a piece of chocolate.
Grab a piece of chocolate. So rub it, and then rub it beside your ear.
What?
Yeah, I want to get chocolate now.
You have to hear the chocolate.
To hear the chocolate.
Hear where it came from.
All right, okay. Then sniff the chocolate.
Oh, that's lovely. Nice. It smells absolutely lovely.
Okay, and then rub it on your lips.
Man, you'd pay for this on OnlyFans.
And then you have to put it in your mouth and suck it for 30 seconds.
Huh?
Yeah.
This is going to be a shy podcast.
Leave it in your mouth. Just leave it in your mouth and suck it. I have to tell you a story about...
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes, okay? Everybody close your eyes. Mm.
Oh, sweet suffering Jesus.
I don't get to do it for. Is it good enough? Okay, what do you do?
Can I eat the fucking thing or not?
Laura loves the sound of Me Chewing chocolate. Said it's the loudest thing in the world. You can't hear yourself.
I couldn't get into any of that.
You couldn't hear yourself think. What was the purpose of any of that, Brendan? It's called mindful eating.
If you were actually in a quiet room and did it, probably...
Yeah, because I was going to say, we got no value out of that. Because the first thing that happened was Raybo. And of course, my mind went, oh, that's a funny noise. I go to make it as well. Fuck's sake. Anyway.
This is the height of shite.
You can try it again with your other little piece.
I have another little piece.
Go for it all again.
Can I show you and everybody else at home what Laura has to deal with on her lunch break?
Yeah,
so she comes home on her lunch break, 1 o'clock. I'd have the lunch ready.
Right.
We sit down at the table.
You do.
And I'd eat a banana sandwich, as I have done for many 30s of years.
Many a dozen years.
Many a dozen years I mashed a banana, applied it to brown bread.
Mashed bananas.
I mashed a banana.
Mashed a banana.
Mashed a banana.
Okay, it sounds like something. I caught your man mashed banana up in the room. Laura comes home 1 o'clock, catches Ray mashed a banana in the kitchen.
Mashed a banana.
Right.
So I'd be mashed a banana and a cup of tea, and we sit there, and then I tear into the chocolate.
Yeah.
I eat a lot of Cadbury's milk, dairy milk chocolate.
It's unreal though.
So you can imagine now, me and you.
Show your galaxy up your arse.
You're going to be Laura, okay?
Okay.
So
lovely.
We're
Okay,
having
let me
a chat.
be Laura.
I said, "How was your morning?" It's not like that.
That's a great impression. Oh my God, Ray! Oh, you're so cute.
I know, I'm so cute. Hold on, I'll have some chocolate, okay?
I couldn't be living with that thought. That's the worst.
And then I talk when I'm eating it, and I'm kind of like, how did your morning go?
Ray, why is she still having dinner with you? That is fucking what is wrong with you?
Anyway.
That's fair annoying, man.
Can everybody spare a thought for... I think it's agrophobia or something they call it.
Well, do you want me to do the impression one more time?
Do Laura one more time.
Sure, Jesus, Ray. Ray, you're my boyfriend, though.
All right, stop it now.
That's perfect. That was exactly
That was actually her.
Ray, you're my boyfriend.
I'm actually finding myself mildly attracted to you, so stop that.
Anyway, let's drink the Heineken's.
Anderson sent us up 2 lovely bottles of Heineken's to tell the blind tiger to go and shite with their fancy cocktails. All the boys wants 2 lovely creamy bottles of Heineken.
Actually, they caught the blind tiger delivery crew on the way, and there was a high-speed chase.
Kicked the shite out of them.
And just the bottom of Cottage Road, they were coming up the Gallows Hill. They caught them in the little last Yaris, and they kicked ahead of them, and they said, "You're not giving them boys any cocktails this week. We're going to give them Heineken." So fair play to Andersons for giving us the Heineken.
Yes.
The other thing as well there, do you remember I was a couple of minutes ago when I was threatening Nicola.
Yeah,
before we started.
Yeah. Can we talk about that? Because she gave myself and Brendan a very strange warning.
Huh.
She said, when you're leaving, don't open the door of the bedroom.
Yeah.
And I said, why? And she said, because she sleeps with cheeks out.
She sleeps cheeks out, Ray. Yeah. So it's not really something I've addressed because I don't want it to stop. So I've never said to her, like, why are your cheeks always out when I go into the room? Like,
Sorry.
she's full cheeks
And
out.
then the very funny thing then, you said, you stay in there now, and you took the bulb out of the light. And so that's it, now go to bed.
Well, she was coming out chatting and I said, Nicola, you've already ran out of permissions today.
Yeah, right.
Right? Get back into that room.
That's 3 men more than you should have been talking to
No.
for a married woman.
No, isn't that facts?
Yeah,
Ray?
not mine looking at.
And I threatened her with ringing the guards, which is what my mother used to threaten us with whenever we were playing FIFA 95 after 10 o'clock.
What?
When we were back home, my old one
Yeah.
used to threaten me, Ray and Joey when we were caught doing something we shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah.
She used to roar, I'll ring the guards, I'll ring the guards. She used to say it just like that as well. And
Did she ever ring them?
She never rang the guards. Like, and then that's the thing. Like,
Imagine how that call would go.
we eventually caught up to it. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
Castle
mean?
Regarder Station. How can I help you? Geraldine Kendy here. I have 3 boys playing FIFA 95 at 10:15 of a school night. I'm sorry, Geraldine. Now I've told you, I've warned you about these calls, Geraldine.
Or imagine like if that's all really that was going on at Castlereagh in the 90s. And they were like, I'll get a car out to you straight away. Car 6, the Kendys are at it again. FIFA, yeah, he'd have to score to Michael Owen. Go out to him, quick. And then burst out the door and everything. But that's what she used to threaten us with, yeah.
I used to get threatened with something else.
a stick.
Yes.
A wooden spoon.
It was a stick disguised as a spoon. That's the worst thing about a wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Someone come up with the idea, what'll we bait them with? Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
A
What if
wood-
we had a big wooden spoon? We'll say it's an accoutrement for cooking with.
Yeah.
But really, it's a threat.
Well, the idea would have been like that they always would have had, you know, that's the closest thing to them with their pattern around the kitchen or whatever. My mother used to disguise it with a knife. She would say, I'm going to get the wooden spoon now. It was a big sharp blade.
Oh, but I have to say now, I have to make it quite clear because my mother does listen occasionally.
Yeah, she used to bet you
never
once a week.
ever laid a wooden spoon on me.
Did she not?
No, but she was well experienced in the art of psychological manipulation.
Right, okay.
As in, she from a very early age, she would tell me, "I will leather the arse you with the wooden spoon."
You're not my son. Yeah.
So it was the thought of getting my arse leathered with the wooden
Yeah,
spoon.
yeah,
I seen
yeah.
the size when she'd be baking, you know.
Yeah.
And so what you do if I did something wrong, she would shake the drawer that held the wooden spoon.
That's all it took.
That's all it took.
That's all it took. All it took was my father to stand up and look at the drawer. And I'd be halfway down to Celtic Park.
Yeah,
down the
you'd be
south.
gone.
Oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
that's the thing. I feel terrible. My parents never bet the head of me, right?
No,
Okay, I'm just
but
going to
they
say
threatened.
that. Yeah, but I used to get into the bus. Of a bunk bed. I used to get into the bus of a bunk bed, Ray, because I thought that if I got in there, he couldn't get the leverage up above to hit me from there.
Oh, okay, swing
So-
it up. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but now he never hit me, you guys. And anyway, he wasn't even me father. So that doesn't
Yeah.
matter either way. You know what I mean? I know when my mother listens to this, she'd say, I can't believe you told the country that we
Yeah.
used to bait the head, yeah. She
Yeah.
didn't, Ray.
No,
That's
neither
all.
mammy did that. I know we talk about the mammies. No, you didn't. But she did
didn't.
threaten me, and she taught me a very valuable lesson.
Yeah.
So anytime now I'm in a restaurant and a door is rattled or a drawer is rattled,
Oh,
I'm gone.
you're gone.
Yeah.
Behind under the table.
Yeah, just gone.
The second
PTSD.
That's terrible. You know, I was in Anderson's actually.
Yeah.
Last week only.
Yeah,
And
cutlery.
someone rattled a cutlery drawer behind, and
Yeah.
I said to him, "Have you bunk bed in the place?" Because I just got it. So please, someone tell me where the bunk beds are at Anderson's,
Yeah.
if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's tough now.
That's the other thing. Abusing Nicola. Hey, some week by it, isn't it?
What? Wow,
It's unbelievable. The whole place wide open again. It's
Oh,
unreal.
yeah.
It's amazing.
It's back to normal.
You're allowed to go up. You're allowed to hug people. I've been sleeping in the same bed as Nicola again now for the first time in 2 years.
2 meter distance
Honestly,
rule.
me
Yeah.
and Nicola slept in different rooms for 2 years, man. And now that me Hall Barton told
Cheeks
us,
out.
cheeks out, no.
Cheeks out. Come on in.
She used to text, we used to FaceTime and say the cheeks are out. I'd say, Nicola, I'm not going to here for the next 2 years. For the first time ever, man. Holy
marvellous,
Warchine said
yeah.
you can sleep with your missus again. And
That's
it's
lovely.
unbelievable crack. And everything, man. Back down again in other places in town as well that we can't mention.
No,
the
yeah.
crack is flying. People are loving it.
Yeah.
Still getting COVID.
It did feel like a normal night out 2019 there on
Man.
Saturday.
I was in a place on Saturday.
You were.
Right? Mm-hmm. And it actually felt like one of those days back in the day. Like there was no inhibitions. Is that what they call them?
That's the one.
That's the one. And unbelievable crack.
Yeah.
Honest to God.
Yeah, it's great to see it. What are we going to talk about now that it's all over? It pretty much.
What
made
are
up
we
a-
going to talk about now that it's all over? Jesus. If you're
I have stuff now, whenever you want.
No, but I just got something into my head, man.
Great.
I have to ask you this now.
Lovely.
Because if we don't, people are going to be giving out and stuff. If your Mickey was a car, what would it be?
An Audi.
Why?
Don't know, it's the first car that came to mind.
But you don't have the speed.
Oh, I know. I have speed and the width and the whole lot.
What you do with your cheeks?
Oh, I am, yeah. Yeah,
What?
solid car.
That's way different than what I would have thought.
Yeah, one of the things I think is great about the Audi is the fact that you can set a different temperature on either side of the car.
Can you do that with your balls?
The budget, the two
The left one is taking over at 35 degree, and the right one's taking over there at a 24.
Two separate entities.
Fuck's
But that's
sake.
in fair. I was a total side, but that's why I really liked about Audis.
I always thought, like, I was thinking about this today, and I think if my Mickey was a car, it'd be more like Tony Travis's Cortina.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
not the other banged up one, the Almira.
No,
Micra.
not even. No, because the Cortina, like, it's grand. Like, he can start it, like.
This is the 1973 blue yoke that he does the tipping round in.
Like, it's a good looking yoke, but it takes a good bit. You have to choke it to start it. That'd be the biggest thing.
Sometimes it conks in you midway through your journey.
Yeah, they can't be midway through.
Yeah.
And, like.
And it'd be an awful difficult to try and get it back up to where it was.
And also, like, people think, like, well, this is a great thing to look at. But really, then, when you realise the maintenance that's involved in having it,
Yeah.
it's not really worth it, and they go for a newer, younger model.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Having said that, a classic all the same, like.
Yeah.
And I think people would like looking at pictures of it.
Yeah.
Which is why I might start an OnlyFans. But
I'm really happy with my first reaction to
Well,
the
it's
Audi.
very different. Like, you have some confidence in yourself.
Yeah, well, it's just as reliable.
Yeah.
Gets the job done most of the time. But the odd time it'll fail you.
But the Audi never fails nothing, man. The Audi's a belter of a car.
Sometimes an
I
Audi
can't
need a
believe
service.
you're coming out here comparing your Mickey to an Audi.
Yeah.
That's an absolute disgrace. Yours is more like a 1996 Corsa.
What?
And the wheels are a bit rusty on it and
Nah,
stuff.
no, I'm only 38. I'm not that old.
No, stumpy old yoke.
thing.
No, stumpy old Corsa.
Yeah. Brendan, what do you want to say?
Is it an Audi A1 or an A8?
No, it's an A8.
It's not an Audi A8. It's an Audi A1.
A8. Are we talking inches or paper sizes?
Well, you're talking
then
luxury.
It's an A1.
You're talking luxury, man, and comfort.
Because if we're talking paper sizes,
I think so too. Yeah, you could open up the bonnet. Anyway, that just came into my head anyway there because I heard someone on about vaginas earlier on, and they said if your vagina was a car, what would it be?
oh, what did you hear?
Well, I don't have a vagina.
No,
so
but what did this person say it was?
I actually can't remember what they said it was. Probably some American old muscle car or something or other. You know what I mean?
Right, a convertible.
Probably a. Open her up.
Yeah.
Open her up there, let the air in.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Sorry. Sorry. It's a certain type of podcast.
What kind of,
famous.
what kind of car is it? What kind of car is your vagina? It's a 32-seater bus. You can fucking. You can fucking. Oh, you fit baggage in the whole lot.
Can we move on?
Yeah, go on anyway. That's it. That was only my old crack. All I'm saying is I was enjoying the week.
You were.
Feeling back to normal, man.
to
Honest to God, it is great to see it all. But
Yeah.
go on anyway. You go. You wanted to say something.
Oh no, I was ready to have a few bits, you know.
All right, go on. Hit me with a few bits.
Well,
man.
I'll start with the first bit.
Right. Okay.
I did a comedy gig.
What?
I did a comedy gig. I didn't do one. I did sound for the Reginald D. Hunter.
Can I just? No, sorry, no, Ray.
Right.
I have to call it. I got an awful panic in me there that you were going off solo.
Oh.
And it was real as well. It wasn't. This
Now,
isn't a
let's not
podcast
talk
thing.
about that. The place the music was on the Saturday night, I happened to be playing the bass. And it was the first time in my life ever. I didn't know you'd be there. So when I came in to set up, you were there.
Yeah.
And I actually was nervous.
What?
I said this to you on Saturday night. You probably don't remember because you were absolutely out of your mind.
I
at
was
the
out
time.
of it. Yeah.
But I was nervous.
Why?
The first time, because I now, I suppose, and we're getting into an area now which wouldn't normally sell the podcast, is but I compliment you.
Oh shit, man! This isn't going to work, man.
Yeah, no, you've turned into a marvellous little bass player, and you know all the songs that I don't know at the minute.
And all the notes.
Yeah, you know all the notes, and you can even hit more bum notes than me.
I learned every one of those notes, Ray, for you.
So, like,
Honest
there
to
was
God.
songs like "Life in the Fast Lane" by the Eagles, which I was.
Oh, I
requested
thought
to
you
play.
played that lovely.
I messed it up in the middle. I got lost.
Oh, I thought you played it lovely.
Yeah, but I was nervous anyway.
Oh, geez, that's mad. Well, anyway, so the comedy gig that you were doing. Thanks very much for the compliment, Ray.
No bother, Tom.
It doesn't fit me.
We'll probably edit
we
this
might. That doesn't fit me at all, Ray. Now
No.
I'm mad uncomfortable. I have to abuse you or something.
Yourself in the 73 Cortina. Reginald D. Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
He was playing in Nanderson's tremendous event centre.
Yeah, an American gentleman.
An American gentleman.
Yeah.
And he was there last Thursday night.
That's right.
As the sound engineer on the night, it was my responsibility to ensure there was 2 microphones available on stage.
Right, a tough job now.
Tough, like sound gigs for comedians There's been worse. Like.
2 mics.
2 mics. So there was one on one stand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where's the other one?
The other one was on another stand. Now, these
Fuck,
mic
man.
stands were not provided by Vinnie Higgins, premium mic stand provider of Sligo.
Okay.
I supplied them. So I had 2 different types of stand. I had a normal mic stand with all the bits that, you know, the ones you can get that you can
Oh,
twist
you can
it
pull it
anywhere.
all kinds of ways.
It's got a boom on it.
Yeah, boom mic. The other
Yeah.
one was a straight up one.
I brought a straight up stand from the house,
Right.
thinking, do you know, comedian, wouldn't they love an old straight up stand?
They're not one.
What?
Why would they want that?
Because I thought that's kind of what you'd see.
Right, okay.
Anyway, so I had my straight up stand ready for Reginald D. Hunter. I saved it for him.
Right.
Because he's the big American.
And you're a big boy too.
This is what I didn't realise. Reginald D. Hunter's the far side of 6'8".
He's actually 2 stories tall.
He's the high tower.
Honest to God, man, he's an awful size of a
He's
bloke.
huge, and I didn't realise this. So when he came on the stage, he went to, and this is now obviously a shite story, and I should have said this for the podcast, but he came on the stage, and I had my stand set up at my level,
Yeah.
right? And he went and he unscrewed the yoke at the bottom to rise, to lower
Oh,
it
no,
up.
he
as they
pulled it
say.
asunder.
He pulled it up, and it stopped.
Right.
But it stopped well short of his mouth cheek.
He was singing into his tits.
And then he went to tighten it, right? And that was fine. And a minute later, it slipped down.
all the way down.
Not all the way down, but enough to make me absolutely terrified about what was going to happen.
Now he was talking through his Mickey.
Yeah.
Right.
I honestly thought I'd spend the whole 60 minutes of a set just standing there, crossing my fingers and my toes, that the mic stand wouldn't completely fail.
And can I ask you a real question now?
Yeah.
Why did you not think of just bringing out the other mic stand that your
Because
man
that's the
brought?
thing about a comedian. It's fine if a musician is in the middle of a song or at the end of a song, you can kind of, thanks very much, and then here, try that mic stand. But at a comedy gig, it's very quiet.
Yeah.
And I couldn't go, and it's a comedy gig too. I get the piss all taken out of me.
But shouldn't that part and parcel of the
I
whole
didn't
thing?
want to do that. This was an American comedian. He's he's ways and means of doing
He
things.
doesn't live around here.
No, but
He doesn't live
he'd
around
have
here.
ways of making fun of me that nobody in Ireland has ever made fun of me like before. He'd have the American crack, like.
And did you not bring him out the other one?
I stayed in me pot.
You should have had a Dougal.
Me spot.
You should have had a Dougal there, like when he was minding the corner flags. The fella there looking after the mic stands, just watching them. But isn't it more kind of like, why would you not just go to Vinnie Higgins? He has every kind of
no, I
mic stand.
should've.
How many mic stands does Vinnie Higgins have?
He's about 300.
1,000.
Yeah.
He's about 1,000 mic stands.
1,000 mic stands.
He provides them for all kinds of people.
Good quality ones.
Really high quality
Yeah.
mic stands, and you decided to bring one of your shitty old straight up yokes, man.
Anyway, that was my terrible story. That was
And-
the first story, and that good, wasn't it?
There was Reginald D. Hunter good crack.
He was very good crack.
You enjoyed the crack of
He
Reginald
was-
D. Hunter.
He was nervous of himself.
Was he?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I don't know, was he nervous of himself or was he, that's just the way he is. He'd
Right.
kind of tell a story
Right.
and then he'd kind of stop. And sometimes he'd...
You could have brought the mic stand out when he stopped.
But he was too quiet.
That was
Everybody
one joke there, go take a break. And then
Everybody was too silent. I couldn't go taking a mic stand out at that point. He'd notice. Do you know,
Okay.
me sneaking up. But he'd have a little book and he'd put on the glasses and go, man, something I'm definitely forgetting. And he'd put the glasses on and look at the book. Oh, yeah. And then he'd stop for a second and kind of look up at the sky and go, right. And then he'd tear into the story.
So he had his stories written down in the book and he just read the stories out of the book.
Yeah.
But you're like, why don't I just get Tommy Tiernan's autobiography and I could be a stand-up comedian then as well?
True, I don't know what you delivered in the same way.
That was a bit weird now. Is that okay to do in comedy? Just
Yeah.
read out your jokes.
There was actually a Cat Laughs festival that I was at many's a year ago.
In Kilkenny.
It was.
Yeah.
In Kilkenny. And a housemate of mine,
Yeah.
Sharon Cawley,
Right.
sat in the front row because she's glutton for punishment. And you know your man from the In-Betweeners?
Which one?
The teacher.
Oh yeah, Bucky Boo.
Bucky Boo, the teacher.
Greggy Silverstone.
Greggy something or other.
Yeah. Greggy Burke.
He came out in the stage and his mic stand worked fine.
Okay.
And he just basically had a book with him and he said, here's my book of jokes.
And he just read the jokes
No,
out.
he didn't. He handed it to Sharon. In the front row, he said, Sharon, what's your name, Sharon? Sharon. So
He said, what's your name, Sharon?
Yeah, what's
Oh,
your name,
it's Sharon. Good
Yeah,
guess.
Sharon,
Okay.
good guess. So here's my book of jokes, and I want you to pick at random stories. And she picked at random the stories.
And he told them
And
stories.
he then told the stories. And it
Jeez.
was very funny.
Go away. That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
Yeah, I enjoyed that now.
Because I do wonder a lot, like, could we go back to it, like, you know what I mean?
I know.
Well, now that we have a free tech level 5, like, I think in LYT now you can go up to masters, like, in a, like,
Masters in comedy.
a masters in comedy, yeah, masters in stand-up.
Yeah.
I would just wonder, like, would you not go back to it, no?
No.
Like, we're pretty dog shit. Like, the one thing I would say is we're not really funny.
We're accidentally funny at
Yeah,
times.
and, like, I don't even think we're that accidentally funny.
No.
Like, I don't think that's why people listen to us.
Just with the company, really.
I think it's for company
Them
more so,
lonesome
like.
travels.
We're kind of like going to visit your granny. That's kind of what we're like.
Are we?
Well, look, I'll go and visit her there because I do like seeing her face.
There might be a bit of crack in it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I don't even have a granny, so
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Will we talk about something that I need to talk about?
yeah, we can talk about whatever you need to talk about, Ray.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. My father came up to Sligo
shit.
on Sunday.
He's not your father, is he?
He is my father. But he was coming up for a specific reason.
They wait till you were 38 to tell you.
Mayo are playing Donegal in Markovich Park.
Did you see the state of the town?
Hold on now. We've a lot to get into here.
Did you see the state of the town?
First of all, as they call it, Middle Ireland. I think the Middle Ireland descended upon the town on Sunday afternoon. For starters, right, so Dad came up, brought him for the breakfast. Right? He said he was going to be there at 1 o'clock. He rang me at 11:15. I'm outside. I was like, great, I'm still asleep. So we went for the breakfast in Dock 84. Fine spot for the breakfast.
No, it's not, man. The best breakfast place ever is Anderson.
No, Anderson.
You stupid bastard, Ray. They're going to kill us. They'll dock us money for that now. They'll dock us 84 quid.
Just to make a point.
They're going to dock us 84 quid now for that. Fuck's sake.
Anyway, yeah, so we had the breakfast and then I was to leave him up to the match.
Right.
Now, I had asked him earlier in the week, so will I go with you? And he said, but you haven't a ticket.
And you've no interest either.
And I said, why is Brendan now waving at me again? What's going on here? Cocktails. Oh.
We have cocktails. Oh, they must have got back in again. Fair play to the Blind Tiger for making their way back. They fought through the barricades that were set up by Andersons.
You just heard a little cut there, and we've now been provided with cocktails from the Blind Tiger. I was mid-story, and the doorbell went. Kendy, you're now sucking an espresso martini from the bottle.
Ray.
From the tit, as they
It's
say.
unbelievable. I'm sucking it straight from it's like mother's milk.
This is lovely.
That did we know.
Lovely. And well, I know. I got a day or two. It just didn't work out.
You haven't the taste for it now, like you should, man.
I have my porn star martini here, and I'm going to drink that straight from the bottle.
I love espresso martinis more than that in the whole world.
Fair play to the Blind Tiger for getting here just in the nick of time.
Just in the middle of time.
Just in the middle of time. Now,
you were on about your old lad and bringing him.
So I didn't have a ticket.
Did you go?
No.
I was going to say.
I almost went, but I looked out the window and it was a miserable day, and I was going, I'm not sitting up in that field watching that. Now, do you know what else there was a miserable day on?
Go on.
We'll have to skip a bit. TG4. Did you see it?
I knew it.
Did you see it?
Now, can I just say, I had to be very careful.
You work with people from TG4,
This is so weird. I do, though. I do.
Right.
So I have to be very careful here what I say.
I can say it, though.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so TG4 were responsible for showing the rest of the world the game. They set up a camera at the side of the pitch, maybe on a height, and the wind was blowing straight into it. And no wiper on the cameras.
There's no...
no wiper on the camera. But if there had been a windscreen wiper, we might have seen every couple of seconds of the match. Because my God above, it was just a wet, looking at a fucking Gaelic match through a wet saucer.
Now, can I just say, a picture went out of the two camera ops, right? And they were open to the elements.
Stupid! Why? Did the wind change suddenly before the game started?
Oh, fuck. Like, they shouldn't have put them up there, you see, Ray. It was an absolute, pissing into the wind, like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's terrible.
So, I have to be so careful about what I say.
You don't have to say. I just thought it was very funny.
Because it's the talk of the industry.
Is it?
Oh, it's the talk of the industry today.
It actually looked like my father was filming the game. Like my dad.
He had the phone out. Ray,
No. The old camera from back in the day when he used to film the communions. So it was a Sony with a battery the size of a small brick.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Because even the movements of the cameras was kind of, it was just follow the ball. And there was no replays.
Yeah, no, but like, so you have to be, I have to defend it.
I'm so sorry, by the way, we've gone into GAA and I don't like to do that normally.
No, but this, I have to defend it, right? There was uproar today, right? And do you know why there was uproar? There wouldn't be uproar if any other teams were playing.
Right.
But of course, it was a Mayo game.
It's two very egotistical counties.
It's the only county in the country where there's more fans. There's more fans than there is people in the county, somehow.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. There was more Mayo people in Sligo yesterday than there is Mayo people in Mayo.
Yeah.
How does that end
we
up in the
have
thing?
to talk about them as well.
We have to talk about them. Ray, I was barricaded into my house. How far away am I from Markovich?
Ages away.
Markovich Park is about 2 kilometres.
Yeah, and there was 1,400 cars parked out in the green.
I swear to God, Ray, there was old ladies that didn't know what to do. They were trying to pull up into the estate.
Right.
And they were absolutely barricaded. It was unbelievable. I have said this before, right? There is rules of the road out there, right?
Yeah.
And we all stick to it, and we all have the decorum stick. When it comes to GAA and mass, people will leave their cars
anywhere.
I swear to God, I felt like opening the door and saying, "Come here, you've infested. You want to throw it in the front lounge here in the house, like into the front room?"
Yeah.
The way it was going, it was unbelievable, and that only happens because Mayo fans. That was a league game, right?
Right.
albeit the opening of the league and against Donegal, old rivals.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't matter a pot really in the grand scheme of things. Everyone's building up for championship.
Yeah.
And Mayo flooded like it was the All Ireland final.
Absolutely, that's what it felt. It felt like a Connacht final or something.
I don't want to say this. Okay, I will say it. For a team that's never won nothing, it's unbelievable how much they follow.
It's getting to the point now where it's going to happen any minute, so they just don't want to miss it. Like they could have won it. They could have won the Sam Maguire there on Sunday.
But it'll happen.
It'll happen, and you don't want to miss it.
Yeah, just in case they hand it to them on the first day of the league.
And I think that's what happens. Every Mayo fan on the first day of the league go, I'm not going this year. I went the last 14, 70 years, and no, I'm not going again. But this could be it.
I bet it better.
That's what happened.
But the thing is, Sligo hasn't the infrastructure to be taken over by Mayo.
The standard of people that goes to these matches. Let's look at the fashion.
Oh my, Nick. Okay. Please, let's. I can't wait for everything that's about to happen.
They're beanie hats.
Yeah.
Everybody was wearing a hat.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
It was like 1920s America. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Mostly the beanie hats.
Yeah.
And
all
a couple
beanie.
of owl man caps. And they were all some class of a Mayo or a Donegal hat.
Yeah.
To show who they were.
Yeah.
And then there was an assortment of tracksuit / formal wear.
Yeah.
In variety of different colours.
No. And that's the young people I bet you're on about.
Well, the young people, a lot of them were wearing shorts, and I couldn't figure that out at all for the day that was in it.
Do you know what that is?
What's that?
Right, it's pissing out of the heavens and freezing cold.
Yeah.
Right, on a weekend in Sligo.
Yeah.
On the northwest coast of Ireland.
Yeah.
Young people wear shorts now, and it's like it's a thing to say. Yeah, the cold doesn't bother me, kind of thing. I'll wear shorts because it doesn't even bother me. Like
I'm
that
a hardy buck.
I'm a hardy buck.
Yeah.
Man.
That's
what it is. So the young people, right, that are going to these matches are decked out in like the GAA gear of their local club or whatever, right?
Yes.
And the shorts on then, and the high white socks.
Do you know what doesn't go
they'd
together?
wear sliders if they could. They could wear sliders.
Do you know what doesn't go together?
Go on.
Green, red, and navy.
Now, but
there are three colours that you shouldn't put together in an outfit.
It's terrible. And that's Mayo's colours.
Yeah, I don't mean to criticise fashion because I haven't got any. I know those colours don't look well together.
But can we just get into this now, right? Sorry. This is our opinion, you guys, okay? We're not slating anybody.
We're in trouble, aren't we?
No, we're going to be in big trouble, Ray. You don't realise what we're starting here now. We're going to be in big trouble, but this is only our opinion, and we're only having the crack.
We're only having the crack, yeah.
So 20 to 27,
right?
They wear what we just described there, which is skin tight shorts and the pant and the top from their local club and all that crack, and then they go down while they're texting 5 misses, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Mayo now.
I'm with
Mayo.
you,
We're all about
lads.
Mayo.
Yeah.
I'm in so much trouble. Over the age of 27 in Mayo, right? They wear like diesel jeans.
Yes.
Right? And they wear an old Mayo hoodie.
Yes.
Right? And they wear a belt that is made not out of leather but out of material. Like cotton, right?
Yeah.
And
I know the one.
And one of it comes out and hangs down the leg, right? And they stand, Ray. They stand with their hand in the diesel jean, and the thumb is out of the pocket, and they have Bulmers tucked underneath their armpit.
Even though there isn't a pub for miles.
They have an eyebrow piercing, a V haircut, and a nasty attitude. No, they're
Very nasty attitude.
No, they're lovely people. No, you said that now. Ray, you're getting us in awful trouble.
What's the next level of people?
And then up from that then is like the 40-year-old Mayo supporter. Yeah. Right, and he's crying.
Oh, I know what they're...
He's seen too much.
That's either a jean or a Farah slack.
Yeah, he could wear a Farah slack, Ray.
Yeah, and it'd be a woolly jumper.
He won't wear the gear.
No.
Yeah.
Well, he'll wear a bit of the gear. He'll wear a Mayo jacket.
He might wear the hat, maybe.
Or
he might wear the hat. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's the owl lad going to it. He wears nothing except for the headband that he got in 1996
when they nearly did it.
And he has that just thrown around.
Just for luck.
And he could turn up to a Mayo match, Ray, in a full suit and tie underneath his Farah jacket, like old school Farah jacket.
Yeah.
He'd have a full suit and tie, and then just a headband wrapped around us as well. And he'd smoke 20 fags and give out about TG Carr.
Another thing they don't do is they don't have any interest at all in heeding where the car is going. The road was their own. Everything became a pedestrian crossing.
Yeah, no, but it's not. They think that Sligo pedestrianises around Markovich whenever. So
that was the people I noticed. And then I watched the match when I went home. So I watched the match through the water.
Looking for your father.
Through the water, I seen...
Right. Is he there at all? Is he flooded?
It looked like
Where is he?
A biblical, some sort of a flooding.
Oh, he's washed away. He's washed away.
Can you explain to me why the GAA has so much baiting?
Oh, what do you mean?
I mean, they're just constantly... Your man had a book of cards, right? coloured the
Right,
cards.
what kind of
And
colour?
I never,
Pick a card then.
So he had a red card, and he had a yellow card, and he had a black card.
Yeah.
And he just, no matter what happened, he'd pick a card and he'd flash it. And sometimes the player would be vexed, but sometimes the player would have to go. Yeah, from the card, whatever card he'd show. And somehow the players knew.
You should do GAA analysis, man. That would just be
But
unbelievable.
the problem was, I've seen cards in soccer, and I know what the cards are about. So I never thought they were in the GAA.
You didn't think there was cards in the GAA?
No, there was always back in my day when I was going to Croke Park with our lad and me, young lad.
Yeah.
Right. He'd write their name in a little black book,
And he'd tell their mother later.
and he'd look at them and go,
Now, I'm telling your baby.
yeah, and he'd tap the book off their shoulder as they walk away.
Well, they couldn't afford cards back then, but they used to say us.
Yeah, you'd be booked.
Yeah, they'd say to me, you're booked now.
That's one.
I haven't got the cards yet because there's no such thing as Sports
now
Direct, but you're booked.
They've got, and it's a fancy book. The black book it's still a black book, but on one side it's a yellow card, and the other side it's a red card.
Yeah, in a little slot.
And then if you put it together, then it's black.
The black card, yeah. And do you understand what that means now?
The yellow obviously that's a warning.
Yeah. Take it easy. Hey,
I don't know where
that's
the red
yellow.
and the black come in.
So the red is, that's a dirty dig you're after giving them. Get off my field.
Right.
The black came in when football died.
Right. What's
It
that?
did. The black came in when football died.
Okay.
And I am not going to blame a province in Ireland for this.
Dublin.
No, a province.
Oh, Kerry.
No.
Donegal. Mayo. Province. Munster.
Ulster.
Ulster.
I'm not blaming a province.
Dirty.
I'm not gonna blame any province for anything ever, but I want to say one word, Ulster. But I'm not saying anything about provinces. The black card came in when football died, right?
Yeah.
And football became the most cynical game in the world, which meant drag people down to hell because you can't let them get through and get clean, right?
I'm with you now.
Don't give them a clean run through on goal, right? So just drag them down because you'll get a yellow card. Who cares? You're still on the pitch.
Yeah.
That got so bad that they had to bring in a rule where if you drag someone down cynically, right, and it's very obvious you did it, we're not going to send you off, but we are going to make you leave and bring someone else on. Do you know what I mean? You have to go.
Your
but you
game
can bring,
is over.
Your game is over, but you're not down to 14 men.
Okay,
right? Football has gone to the dogs, Ray. Right?
I was very unimpressed.
But it is. No, it is. I know. I'm not surprised you're unimpressed.
All they were doing
football
was
has gone to the dogs.
pucking each other the whole way through. Now, my father said,
"No,
this is of course this is the way it is. It's it's an aggressive, not an aggressive game. It's a physical game." He said. I said, "Is it shite?" I said, "All they're doing, there's lads standing away down in the far corner of the field, pucking at each other, and I don't know why.
And they had nothing there because they don't like each other.
But then you'd see them after the game shaking hands and thinking everything is great. Let's go for pints.
That's the great thing about it, though. Sorry, no, that's the great thing about it.
Yeah, they do seem to get on.
If I go out there and I mark you, Ray, and I Jimmy tap you, right?
That's right.
And you're like, you're after Jimmy tapping me.
Yeah.
And I say, yeah, I did Jimmy tap you, man. I go Jimmy tap your whole family now next time I see them. I hope your father didn't like his bag, man. I go Jimmy tap him. But then once the game is over, then I say, I'm only messing, man. I won't Jimmy tap your father. And then we shake hands.
Shake hands, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I didn't enjoy that side of it.
No, but that's the way it's gone, Ray. The game is just...
You'd miss the rugby respect.
No, but the rugby respect is there in GAA. I'm telling you this now. I know there's a little bit of what they call... It's not jibing, what they call it. It's called sledging. Sledging is where remember I told you there a second ago I was going Jimmy tap your father. Sorry, I don't use that example again. Right?
But you'd see them talking to the ref and they're giving out and they're I don't like that. You don't get that in the rugby.
No, in the rugby they go, sorry father, I'll leave you alone. Yeah. Sorry ref, no.
The rugby man comes up. The rugby man.
And the rugby gentleman says, excuse me, I am running this rugby game.
Yeah, and then the player goes, yes you are, sir.
Yes you are, sir. You're my rugby father.
Yeah,
and
that's not the spirit of the rugby. And he goes, yes indeed, yes you're right. Yeah.
But I mean the soccer is like the thing is you can't give out to GAA about that now. That's the one thing I will say. Like it's not bad now for the sledging the referee and stuff. The soccer is crazy, man. They're abusing the heads of referees. The problem with the GAA is now is there's no football left in it, Ray. Will you take it easy on that joke?
Sorry, I tried to drink the
That's
cocktail, it wouldn't come out.
What you saw there was the big physical thing. And did you see the size of your man? He's a great cornerback and he did a beep test in this amount of time and he can lift weight, but there's no footballers left. And that's why, even though I hate that they win the thing every single year, that's why I love that Dublin play football, fair play to them. Yeah. And at least they're trying to play football. They're putting 15 men behind the fucking ball everywhere you go now. There's no football left in that anymore.
Did you ever think you'd see the day when me and you'd be sitting here
Well, this is brilliant though, but I think you should do GAA analysis. Because you described what the cards are there a second ago. And how you'd never seen the lights of it, man.
The only thing, that one last worry then. I said this to our lad and I said it to Laura. I said, what if we have children, right? You know the way things skip a generation.
Right.
What if we have children and they like the GAA? What am I going to do? Like,
You would have to be coaching.
No, I won't. It'll be one of them horrible situations. The more than my father when I got into the music. He was disappointed, I'll be disappointed. It'll just be intergenerational disappointment.
No.
I'll say, don't worry, Grandad's coming down this weekend. He'll bring you to see the kicking ball.
Ray, you'll have to step up. Because
But imagine me played going to matches every weekend.
Yeah, but you'll have to, and you'll have to do the coach. Brendan does it for his young fellas, Ray. Eventually, all the fathers have to step up and go out and coach. But you'd have to go out and coach, Ray.
Yeah, but think about this now, and we talked about it only an episode ago.
Go on.
You know my ethos for any sport.
Go on.
It's going to be crack, just crack. No one can get physical at all. And if you get physical, you're going home. I don't care who your father is.
Ray, you don't belong anywhere near a pitch.
I'll teach these young fellas now, to have fun. Now they'll be useless at sport.
Well, that's the thing, though, because what do you do if you have a heap of kids? Like I think if I had kids, you have to teach them the competitive world, Ray. Right?
Yeah.
No, because I don't agree with this. Everyone gets a medal choice.
No, well, I don't agree with that either.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I went to Mosley back in the day for the handwriting, Ray, do you know what I mean?
Under 14 handwriting.
I wasn't there, Ray.
There was a handwriting competition, wasn't there?
I didn't do 2 months hard training, Ray, to go up there and grab a medal the same way as every other fella.
Yeah.
You know
He's
what I mean?
the best calligrapher out there.
Do you know what I mean? I took that handwriting serious, Ray. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I wanted that to show in winning the. And when I didn't win the handwriting competition, I lost to some fella from Carrick and Shandon. That. Do you know what I mean? I took that on board. Yeah. And I said, you know what? I obviously wasn't good enough to win that handwriting competition. Do you know what I mean?
No.
And you have to come and take that with it as well. I was. Here's the best. Another thing as well.
Yeah.
This is where I was brought up proper, Ray. And look at me. Look how I turned out.
Yeah.
I was playing a football match last week, except for I wasn't. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
On the computer, was it?
No, it wasn't on the computer,
Was
Ray.
it PlayStation?
I togged out, I put on the shin pads and the whole lot. Here's the thing. Kendy, we used to have the White Gorillas team that you used to play in.
Yeah.
You actually still hold the record for the most own goals scored.
And the most stitches acquired in one season. Lads, I'm off.
The stats came out. The stats came out. Ray actually got a stitch once every 65 minutes in the whole season. So I went back playing with another team and I had a right look at them all.
Yeah.
I saw a couple of teams that I didn't want to join because they were very disinterested.
Right.
And then I saw a team of young fellas, right, from Yates local out in Rathcormac, right? And I saw them playing a match and they were young and good crack and all, but they were good footballers.
Right.
And I said, could I please join your team? And I think very skeptically they said, that's a bit weird that this fella just asked, he doesn't know us, but we better just bring him along.
Yeah.
Right? So I was the bring along. Yeah. So I came.
The token Castlereagh.
I did fuck all. So I landed at matches, right? And I got a couple of minutes again. I'm not fit now.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I'd run for 15, 20 minutes. And
you used to be our big fat goalie.
Hey, whoa. What?
I mean fat and PHAT, cool.
Jesus fucking Christ almighty.
Fat. Or cool.
I'll tell you one thing, I hope I'm fat enough now to take that fucking knife you stuck in me back.
Yeah, go on. What's the story with the...
Landed out,
yeah.
right? So anyway, I started playing games, getting the 15 or 20 minutes here and there while we were winning games well. The boys are unbelievable, right? Last week, we landed out to a game, right? And we were playing the best team in the league. We ended up beating them, but she was a tight one, lad. She was 2-1, right? Shout out to Ronan Cox scoring the winning goal. Fair play to him. Bye, Ronnie, bye. Fair play to him now. I said, yep, bye ya. I was standing abroad in the sideline. I had tagged out. I had put on the Under Armour. I had put on everything. And the manager says to me, Mark, I'm off, sorry, but I can't put you on today. Right? And I said to him, if you had put me on, that would have been more of a disrespect. Because you would have been only going, Mark, I have to play this fool on the sideline who is of no use to us whatsoever. So I said to him, I respect you more for not playing me.
Right.
Now, that is the values my old one taught me. Do you know what I mean?
You don't mind being left on the sideline.
You have to earn your place in the world. That doesn't only start with sport. Sorry, that doesn't only apply to sport, but it starts with sports for young fellas. And that's why you shouldn't hand them all medals, right?
Yeah.
You should send the young fella out. If he's good at it, he's good at it. If he's not good at it, he's not good at it.
You keep him there, like happened to me.
Keep him there, and when he's crying...
For
and
good 6 years. And then eventually... Feck it.
But you know what I mean? And look, if you want to go and have a good crack game and get everyone involved, that's brilliant too.
Yeah.
But you got to teach these kids the values. And I learned it as well. I'm not going to score goals like Ronnie Cox can score goals. He doesn't like Ronnie. I'm calling him Ronnie now, okay? That's what it is. I don't be banging in goals like Ronnie Cox can bang them in, so why would you play me?
That's right.
Do you know what I mean?
Can I ask you...
But this goes out to Yates local right now. I'm going to be there or thereabouts come the end of the season when I get my fitness back. I hope I don't need an inhaler. And I'm ready to go, lads, when the time comes.
Would you happen if the kids do, or if they're into the GAA, would you go with them places?
I would
you
be there.
Uncle Kendy?
Yeah, I'd be the annoying father who takes over it and everyone gives out about.
Yeah.
And I'd take over the whole lot. Here's the other thing as well, right? While I was on the sideline the last day, right? I was chatting to a young gentleman called Dahi, right? And I was on the sideline, obviously not getting a game because I'm unfit and fat and useless at football. So, but I was roaring and shouting the whole way through the game. I don't even know the lads. I only met them a couple of times. And Dahi said, "When did you take over managing this team?"
You see, you'd be like your mother like that. That's all she does at matches.
That's the thing.
I remember her from the tag. Roars and shouts.
Roar. My old one landed in, right? To social tag.
Good crack tag.
Good crack tag.
Yeah.
And she would, come on! Come on, back and left it down the wing. Come on, pass to Joey. Pass the ball to Joey. Ellie, get involved, Ellie. Come on now. That's what I'm like. I don't know the boys from Adam, right? I only landed into them a couple of weeks ago, and I'm roaring and shouting. Dad says to me, "When did you take over managing the team?" I said, "I'm not managing them." I said, "My gear on underneath this, they won't play me." I was roaring and shouting. See, I can't help but get involved in competitiveness.
That's all you've known.
Do you know what I mean? You have to be competitive, Ray. Come on now, step out now and do something kind of thing.
That's enough of the GAA talking here.
I enjoyed every second of that conversation.
Wait till we see where we're going next.
Go on ahead, Ray. Keep going.
We're moving swiftly on there to
Now.
the whole Spotify situation. Have you thoughts on it? I'd like to start this by I suppose everybody's heard of it at this point. This Joe Rogan's good friend of the podcast, Joe Rogan, and
we're about to alienate people, Ray.
oh well, be careful now.
Yeah, I am going to be very careful.
Joe Rogan anyway, and we might actually. I'm only bringing up one small thing.
I'm not getting into that.
I'm
not getting into that tight because people are getting annoyed at me. Honestly, I'm not getting into that now.
No, we won't get into it.
All right,
tight.
okay.
No,
so
wait,
nobody best.
Let me I have to give a big shout out to well, I won't say his name yet.
Okay.
Joe Rogan anyway, he has buys on, there's opinions, that's grand. Neil Young said, take my music off the Spotify.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be associated with Mr. Rogan.
Yeah.
And then Joni Mitchell, Neil's I know a friend from back in the 60s.
Yeah.
She said, me too.
Yeah, she said, I'm going to step up now.
I'm going to step up too. And one of the lads from the East Street Band, I heard, also followed suit.
And no one heard about that, I presume. He said, yeah, take mine off. And they were like, what? You music on this yoke? All right, okay, no matter. Jesus Christ. I think they took yours off last year.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with Rogan. Like,
no. Anyway, that
you
was
had
that.
4 plays.
But I have to hand it to James Blunt.
Go on, what did he say?
James, did you hear this?
Oh,
No.
I did.
You did.
I love this.
He says, if Spotify doesn't immediately remove Joe Rogan, I will release new music onto the platform.
It's unbelievable.
And it was the hashtag that got me. You were beautiful.
Do you think we should follow suit, Ray, and say, that's it now?
Oh, we'll come off it as
We're
well.
going to take our 30 people with us if you're not careful.
You're not careful.
You want to deplatform Junkie Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Right? Or Kendy Raybo are gone.
Yeah.
Right? And our 30 people locally from Sligo, we're not going to be, we won't.
We won't stand for it.
I won't stand for that kind of shite.
In a brief minute or two, what's your take on it?
No, because I'm going to get in trouble, Ray. No, I won't. No. Here's my take on it, right?
In a politically correct way.
No, I'm going to be really politically correct. Neil Young said, I don't like that crack that's going on there with Joe Rogan and what he's saying.
Yeah.
So either he goes now or take my music off it. And Spotify, obviously Spotify said he has 15 million people listening to him. We're obviously going to not take him off.
Well,
right?
I don't even think it was that. I think it was Spotify going, do you know something? We don't comment. It's like...
Yeah, that's
it's
kind of it too. Yeah.
Free speech
and
all that jazz.
And hopefully Spotify hold that stance. Like the reason I say I hope they hold that stance, obviously if it insults people or they don't like the rhetoric, whatever's happening there, the rhetoric or whatever, that's okay too. But I like that Spotify are unlike YouTube in that they're saying like...
Not for us to get into.
It's not for us to get into. Like they've had staff members. Spotify have had low-level staff members like coming in crying and go, please, and they're like, we don't get into this thing. We've signed a deal with this guy. He's, you know what I mean? Like unless he's outright racist or whatever it is, then we look into.
But he's respectful in what he's doing.
So
it's just
the 2 guys that they're on about like are whether you think it's respected or not, they're like one of the guys created like the data for the mRNA vaccine.
Yeah.
Like he's not a fool either.
Yeah,
like,
no, they're doctors.
And I don't agree with their opinion either. But you know what? The one thing that they're not saying about those people, those 2 men are vaccinated, by the way.
yeah.
Both of those guys are vaccinated.
Yeah.
And all I would say is, and I know this gets me in trouble, just go and listen to those. And I don't believe the shit that's been said in them, by the way.
You don't even regarding listen to it. You don't even have to listen to it. But just that the fact that it's a world where there is a different opinion available.
Yeah.
That should you choose to listen to it to get an educated opinion on all the other stuff you hear.
Yeah.
And then you hear the other side.
Yes.
I don't believe that. I'm surprised Neil Young.
Yeah,
I
no,
would have thought
yeah.
he was back in the 60s heading for all the against the man and whatnot.
You would think that too, but I don't disagree with Neil Young though. Like as in like.
And I heard today, no Buzzy Gagnon,
Friend
of the podcast.
Don't tell me Buzzy's pulling.
No, Buzzy's not pulling the catalog.
Buzzy's going to pull. I'll see you there on Spotify.
Buzzy's the heartthrob.
He's going to pull Buzzy's the heartthrob on Spotify.
No, Buzzy came out online today. You know, on Buzzy's account online.
Yeah.
B for Buzz.
Buzzy's buzzing.
Buzzy's buzzing.
Yeah.
Buzzy came out today and he shed new light on the situation as well. He said that Neil Young's Owlad, right, is a distant relative, I think a third cousin of the buck that owns Pfizer.
No shagging way.
So it's all linked.
There we go. That's how it happens then.
Yeah. So Neil Young must have got tapped at a family event and said, will you try and put schmucked on them boys?
And did you know that Joni Mitchell shifted your man who created the Johnson & Johnson vaccine?
Get away!
She was at a party, Ray. Hey.
So how did your man from the E Street Band fit into all this? He's just seen people do things and thought, I'm in here
He
now.
said, I better do this as well because people are definitely going to care about that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ of Almighty. The fact that you're calling him your man for the E Street Band. Look, here's the point. Obviously, you don't, I don't disagree with Neil either. I'm going, if you're that strong about it, pull your music out. That's grand.
He's lost about, what, a couple of €100?
That's the other thing. Like, Joe Rogan has about 15 million people who listen to him. Like, it's outrageous numbers. Like, you know what I mean? And like I said, you don't have to agree with the people or not, but you have to be able to go.
It's nice to live in a world where all sides can, as long as it's not.
Now as long
as it's not completely and utterly horrible.
But even if it is, you want those people to hide in plain sight, don't you?
Oh, I see what you mean. Otherwise, go into the dark web.
Like, let's get these people on the Twitterus.
Yeah.
And your man says, I hate every nationality in the whole world, and these Irish are like this, and the fucking black people are like that, and all that stuff. And then we go, lovely, we know that fella's a dickhead.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's great to know. We know your man's a dickhead.
You don't want them all meeting in on a dark night somewhere away off in the countryside.
No, where would they be? where are they going to be? The dark place, the 4 Ps outside Bile.
Castletown and what's the place in Carrick-a-Shannon?
Huh?
What's the nightclub in Carrick-a-Shannon?
It used to be called Papalad. Oh, why did we go meet Dunn's Bar?
No, there's a nightclub outside Carrick-a-Shannon. It's
that Cartown.
Cartown, yeah.
They're all meeting in Cartown.
Yeah.
And they're sitting around.
Yeah.
Saying, right,
talking about things.
Yeah, talking about things.
Neil Young took his music off Cartown as well. Can't play rockin' in the free world.
Oh, Ray, that's unbelievable crack. Fair play to you.
There was that anyway. Wait till I see if anything else on my list.
Go on.
How are we for time?
Not too bad.
Yes, I have another big thing.
Go on, hit me with your big thing. Don't hit me with your big thing, please, Ray.
I seen a story abroad in Japan. Japan.
Yeah.
Or somewhere out in the Asias.
Oh, okay.
There was a lad.
Oh, they're all the same, aren't they, Ray? Yeah?
No, they're not.
Oh, Jesus, we're only after talking about it, Ray. Jesus Christ.
No, we're not.
You dirty racist, deplatformed.
There's a buck out in the Asia.
Right.
And he has come up with a wondrous business idea, which I think you should give serious thought to.
Okay.
He's a man for hire. And not in a sexy way.
Okay, not a sexy, non-sexy man for hire.
He's just a general guy. Okay. And you can book him.
Is that his name?
A general guy. No, he's just a general guy, and you can book him, right? You can book him to just be there. Okay. So say, for example, if you didn't like going to the cinema on your own,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get him to go.
Okay.
And if you've put me off now with the
giggling. No.
So
I haven't put you off.
Or if you don't want to go for dinner, if you wanted to go for dinner in a nice restaurant, but you don't want to go with, you no friends,
right?
You could book this lad and he'd come with you.
Jesus Christ, that's sorrowful. Go on anyway.
I think it's a great idea.
Right, okay.
Because, like, for example, if you wanted to go for a walk,
right,
and you just didn't want to be walking on your own, you can.
And is he obliged to?
No, he doesn't have to talk. He doesn't have to speak. He'll speak if you want, but he doesn't have to speak.
Is he obliged to be nice to you?
He doesn't have to do anything. You can do whatever Wait, now, it gets blurry then if you get it to the point where he'll do whatever you want.
Yeah, because does that mean, like, so if
you're mowing the lawn of a day and you booked him...
Come here, will you trip the head? No, but what I'm saying is, like, how far does it go? Is he contracted to... Like, let's say I book General Guy, okay?
Yeah, General Guy.
If I book General Guy and I'm like, come for a walk with me down Geordie Park.
Yeah.
And halfway I want you to hop into the hedge with me. Like, he doesn't mean, where does he go? No.
I don't know where he draws the line.
Do you know what I mean?
But for some reason in my head, I can just see you having a gig in Limerick, but not wanting to go on your own. So you'll book a guy to go with you.
General Guy
and
come with me.
General Guy come with you in the car.
That sounds terrible.
What? But imagine if you did this.
Yeah.
If you actually advertised yourself as Mark for hire.
Sell Mark for hire.
Mark for hire.
Yeah, Kendy for kindlings. Let me think.
But just imagine actually open yourself up for a week.
Oh, I'd be wide open, Ray. I would be wide open.
But let people book you and let's get the money to charity. that if we got you for like a day and Brendan will do all the slots, and that people are just
You're not slotting Anton, Brendan.
but like get hour slots and take an hour between each so you can get to places.
Okay.
But yeah, that basically we'd offer maybe 10 slots in the day where you could book Kendy for an hour.
Jesus Christ.
And maybe we try to throw me in there as well, perhaps. You know, I don't really want to. No,
I don't
you
think.
do it. I don't think anyone would be
I just
interested in
don't think
me.
there'd be much bookings for you, Ray.
Yeah,
but like,
so-
what kind of stuff do I have to do? Like, is what
Nothing.
I'm
Whatever.
saying.
You just go and you're there.
I don't want this to get weird. Like,
No, I don't think you do anything activity wise.
Not even sexy wise.
No.
I just don't want to be rubbing people's feet around.
No,
like that.
no. I
That's
actually
the thing.
think your only role is just to be present.
Companionship.
You're just
you just
present.
have to be there.
You're just standing beside them.
Okay. Can I make it a bit more? Can I burst out of a cake or something? I just want to drive it out a
it's
bit.
very simple.
Just be there.
Just be there.
Can I put my hands in my pockets?
What?
Can I put my hands
And
in
I
my
know your
pockets?
theme song as well. It's the Friends song.
What?
I'll be there for you.
Anyway, look, I'm up for it. Have you any other old crack that you want to get onto?
Hold on there now.
Go on.
Last 2 items.
Go on. Go on.
I seen a trend on TikTok
Oh, yeah.
where you'd have a bureau,
Right.
and the bureau it'll go, how's it going? I live with 2 fellas,
Okay.
right? And I'm in love with one of them,
Oh.
right?
And you have to figure out which
and you
one.
have to guess which one it is.
Jesus.
Now I'm new to this party. I hadn't seen this before. Apparently it's around a long time, but I thought it'd be very funny.
You could do it.
Yeah, like I live in a house myself and Laura and Sean O'Reilly, and I can honestly see it being, I'd say 99.9% Sean O'Reilly picked.
I feel really bad, Ray,
It
but
is.
it makes way more sense for them two to be together.
It totally does. But I'd love to put it up on the TikTok for the crack and see.
I feel so bad for saying that. But you know why I feel so bad? It's the truth that's behind it is what really digs deep. Like,
What's the truth behind it?
that makes way more sense for them to be together than it just. Like,
Yeah, it so does, like. But we might give that a go this week and see.
Oh, that's brilliant. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder. Oh, but your people will know though.
No, well,
we'd
on
have
the
to do it secretively.
on the TikToks, it's not too bad.
Oh yeah, because it won't be listeners.
People don't really know.
Yeah,
on
let's
TikTok.
do that. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. But people, yeah, that's a great. I love that idea.
We'll try
right?
that.
Uh,
And then the last item. Then, have you any thoughts for Valentine's Day coming up?
I don't do Valentine's Day.
You're married now. You really have to do Valentine's Day.
That means I have to do it less, Ray.
Why? Because you've won. You've won.
Have you any?
won the
Yeah,
game.
it's over.
Yeah, you've paid the bills.
Did you ever when you're in an arcade, like it says game, that's it. It's
That's
over.
it. It's over.
What does high score mean, Ray? It means you won. That's what it means. So
you're not.
why you're
making-
going to be doing stuff for Valentine's? I'd hate to be in your stage of a relationship.
I was looking at Veronica's secret.
What?
I was looking at Veronica's secret.
Bernadette's secret. Veronica's secret. For stuff for you or
Oh,
her?
actually, this is where I came up with. I was saying to her in the car going out the road the last night.
Have a look at that.
I says, "Come here." I
Touch
said,
that.
"Any thoughts? Any thoughts for Valentine's Day?"
Hold on to that.
I said, "Any thoughts for Valentine's?" She said, "What do you mean, any thoughts?" I didn't know what I'm thinking about. What I'm going to get you, and I said, "Maybe I might have a little look on Veronica's secret." And she looked at me, dead in the eye, and went, "On what?"
Did you think that's what it was
I
called?
thought it was Veronica's secret.
I thought you were messing, you
No,
boss.
it's Victoria.
But come here. Sorry, now. Victoria's Secret, right?
Yeah,
Dude, is it just underwear, or is there stuff to put
underwear and angel wings.
upon in you?
That's it.
Underwear.
And angel wings.
But
You
they
do
don't-
see them on the catwalk. They do have the angel wings on and the underwear.
Dude, they don't sell any of the other stuff. No.
Fragrances. Fancy smells.
That's not what it means.
Yeah.
Keep going. Do they sell the stuff?
What stuff?
The stuff we do open our drinks with it sometimes. Do they sell any
What?
of that stuff on it?
Oh, no.
No, it's just
It's just nice things
Jocks.
for girls to wear. Yeah.
Jocks.
Underpants.
Is there a Veronica Secret? Hello? Veronica Secret, how cute. I need underpants for me missus.
What Laura said was, it sounds very much like the Irish version of Victoria's Secret.
That's what it'd be.
It'd be Veronica's Secret.
You'd ring. Hello, Veronica. Veronica here. What you want? I have a black pair and I have a white pair and the underpants for her there now.
What do you want to do? The next
And do you want a bra with it? You want a bra with it as well, okay?
A brassiere.
Come here. Shout out to Hannah out there. I can't wait to meet your baby, Hannah, okay? I'm going to shake hands with your lovely baby, okay?
That came out of nowhere there now.
I just forgot that we had to do some shout outs as well. And there's other ones as well I was supposed to do, but I can't fucking remember.
But
them,
normally
Ray.
we preface the shout-outs.
That was a
I met
shout-out.
You know your man Ian Coburn that's been flat out telling us that
Oh,
he's
Ian,
enjoying it?
yeah.
I met him on Saturday night.
Did you? Did you? Were you chatting to him?
I was, and he's very fond of us.
Hey,
and
good fella.
He's a good fella.
Yeah, he is a decent boy now, in
Good fella,
fairness.
good
I
fella.
have met him on a couple of occasions. Can I do one more shout out as well?
Certainly.
I want to shout out Mairead than Noel, okay?
Yeah.
Who came down last night to see the music. They always go to live gigs and stuff, but they were on about the podcast as well and how it was getting them through all the crack. And no better people to see. If you want to know if the world is back to normal,
It's when Noel and Maria, they're going to live gigs
if
again.
you walk into a pub and they're standing at the bar, you go, that's it. We're
That's
back.
it now, we're back,
We're
yeah.
back. So fair play to them as well. Fair play to Brendan for cutting the cameras for us. Fair play to the Blind Tiger and Andersons and Kendy and Catamucci or whatever the hell it's called. What's it called? Camille Thai, you
Camille
guys.
Tai, and also thanks to the Sphinx and the pyramids in Egypt, which is also owned by the Andersons. One of their earlier ventures. Fair play to Brian
They own the
O'Sullivan.
KFC down the road as well from the pyramids. Listen, Ray, 145 done and dusted by.
Oh, we've one more thing.
Go on.
We have to say, wait a second, it's coming out Thursday. Happy 30th birthday to Lucy Foley.
Happy 30th birthday to Lucy Foley. Fair play to you, lovely.
Yeah, she does listen to us when she be out walking or
No.
perhaps playing the GAA.
No.
So she'd be cleaning a young one out of it.
Why with earpods in?
With AirPods in, listening to us.
What the fuck is she?
Yeah.
Lucy, happy 30th
And
birthday,
she's
lovely.
not going to play in my five side. We've established that.
What?
Because she doesn't have the accoutrements for the five side.
So you have to have Mickey.
No.
You misogynistic prick.
No, she said she'd take it too seriously. She'd be too competitive.
Like
Like
me.
you. Like most people I talk to.
So this is it. Ray wants to do a five-a-side where no one takes it seriously and no one wants to play.
And no one
so
wants
there
to
we
play.
go. Yeah, so Lucy, I am
Lucy,
with you on that,
and have
lovely.
a great 30th birthday there on
Yeah.
Saturday night in an undisclosed location out the road.
Yeah, that we can't talk about.
We can't talk about,
shit
but we'll
box.
be there.
It's a shit box, but I'd see you there. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
see you there.
Ray, fair play to me.
Fair play to me.
Good luck.
Good luck. The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and Wonderful Food Items, and the Blind Tiger's marvellous alcoholic fruit drinks.